Okay, so today we are going to talk about the Newton-Raphson method. So you see very carefully in the Newton-Raphson method, we have to find the root by using the iterative method. The iterative method or the formula is shown there. If you see, this is the formula. In this formula, we have to find out the value of x of n, then the function which is f of x of n, and the derivative of that function at x of n. So we have to find three things to find out the first iteration. For example, if in this case I suppose that f of x is continuous on the interval a and b. इस इंटरवल पे अगर फंक्शन आपका कंटिन्यूस होगा तो उसका डेरिवेटिव एक्सिस्ट करेगा तो न्यूटन रॉप्सन मेथड जो है वो कन्वर्ज करेगा. सो इन दिस केस हम हर इटरेशन के ऊपर n को पहले 0 रखेंगे, क्योंकि जब मैं n को 0 रखूंगा तो मुझे x1 मिलेगा. जब मैं n को 1 रखूंगा तो मुझे यहाँ से क्या मिलेगा, x2 मिलेगा. जब n को 2 रखूंगा तो मुझे यहाँ से क्या मिलेगा, x3 मिलेगा, एंड सो ऑन एंड सो फॉर. इस तरह करके मुझे चीजें मिल जाएंगी. तो फॉर एग्जांपल, if I write the formula for you, the x of n plus 1 is equal to x of n minus f of x of n divided by f dash of x of n. So let us do some example. F of x is equal to x cube plus 3x square minus 1, and this function is continuous on the interval which is -3 and -2. So the value of x naught is the first value, which is the initial value, which is -3, and the derivative of that function is this is a polynomial. The derivative of this function is 3x square plus 6x. So in first iteration, which is n is equal to 0, so x1 is equal to x naught minus the value of the function at x naught and the derivative of the function at x naught. So x naught is -3, which is given to me. What is f of x naught? So this is f of -3, that is equal to -3 cube plus 3 into -3 square minus 1. So this will give you the value -1. I'm not solving these values. I hope you are able to solve it. Then the derivative of that function at -3. So 3 into -3 square plus 6 into -3. So the answer is 9. Okay, so we have all these values. So what I have to do, I just plug these values here. Okay, so this -3, this is minus sign from this one. The function at x naught is -1. The function or derivative of that function at x naught, which is -3, where x naught is -3, so the derivative of that function is 9. So the answer is -2.88888. Okay, okay. So we have found that the x naught is -3 and the x1 is -2.8888. So the error at the first iteration is x1 minus x naught divided by x1. I hope you are able to find it out. तो मैं इसको सॉल्व नहीं कर रहा, आपके पास एरर की वैल्यू आ जाएगी. हम कब तक एरर फाइंड करते रहेंगे, जब तक एरर की वैल्यू 10⁻⁻⁴ से कम ना हो जाए. एक्चुअल में 4 डेसिमल पॉइंट तक करेक्ट आंसर चाहिए होता है. अगर आपकी 10⁻³ तक भी हो जाए तो हम उसको करेक्ट मान लेते हैं. सो दिस इज द फर्स्ट इटरेशन. इन द सेकंड इटरेशन, when n is 1, so x of 2 is equal to x1 minus f of x1 divided by f dash of x1. So I have to evaluate the value of function at x1 and the value of derivative of that function x dash. So how we are going to find out the value of function, which is -2.8888, and the derivative of that function is -2.8888. So when I plug these values, the formula is very simple, which is written in the previous slide. हमने उसमें लिखा था, that is x cube minus 2.8888 cube. Then we have 3 into minus 2.8888 square, and then minus 1. Okay. Similarly, in this one, we are going to find its value in the derivative. So this will give you 7.7036, and this will give you this one, the function value. This is minus 0.0727. So when I plug these value in this function, it will give me minus 2.8794. Okay, that is the first value. So we have find out x naught is minus 3, x1 is minus 2.8888, x2 is minus 2.8794. Now for the x3, we have to find it out, x2 minus the value of the function at x2 and the derivative of that function at x2. Sorry, one thing I forgot, that is the error. So the E2 is x2 minus x1 divided by x2. So you have to do it for every iteration. So if you have to check it out, if this error is less than 10 to the power minus 4, if it is, तो आपने यहीं पर रुक जाना है. तो this is your root. अगर ये एरर इससे कम नहीं होता तो आपने फिर क्या फाइंड करना है, x3 फाइंड करना है. So after solving this one, you are able to find it out. The values are like that: 2.8794 minus 0.00087. I have plugged the values and just writing the answers, and this one is 7.5975. So when you solve it, this one, the answer will become minus 2.8793. So then you are again find out the answer कि आपके पास क्या रिजल्ट आता है. तो this is the x3. So मैंने आपकी आसानी के लिए टेबल बना दिया. So इन वैल्यूज में सिर्फ ये 5 और सॉरी ये जो 5 है और ये 3 है, this is the some sort of calculation error. So you see at iteration 4, the value of the function at x4, which is minus 2.8794, this is 0, means then there is no increment in the results. So x of n becomes x of n plus 1 becomes is equal to x of n at this point. So means you have to stop there. So this this is your root, which is minus 2.8794, or we have solved it minus 3. So this will not affect anything. This is the result calculation error because we have to make it 4 decimal points. So उसमें आपके पास कोई ना कोई मसला आता रहेगा. लेकिन this is the actual result. So at the end we have to make the table, और इस टेबल जो है वो आपको जो है वो ज़्यादा एक अच्छी पिक्चर प्रोवाइड करके दे देगा कि आपने क्या रिजल्ट्स निकाले हैं. सो दी रूल कि आप बिल्कुल ठीक जा रहे हैं, तो आप यहाँ पे देखेंगे कि इस फंक्शन की वैल्यू, ये जो फंक्शन है आपके पास, इसकी वैल्यू जो है, इस फंक्शन की वैल्यू, दिस विल गोइंग डाउन टूवर्ड्स द जीरो. सो दैट इज द न्यूटन-रैप्सन मेथड.